Hey guys, welcome back. Super excited to announce that we are going to be doing our first ever Let's Play, and it is going to be of Pikmin 1. It's a game I used to play as a kid, back on the GameCube, sitting at on my little chair, with my fatback TV, back when there were no flat screens. Playing this game, just vibing. Just goes to show quite how old I am, I suppose, but yeah, super excited to announce. I haven't tested this out yet, so I hope it doesn't crash or there's no problems. But I will explain the game, but I suppose I'll just go through the intro and it'll kind of explain itself. But essentially, you are playing a character called Olimar and you crash into an unknown planet and your ship is destroyed, and you have to find all your ship parts and put your ship back together, and you have 30 days to do it before you run out of oxygen and, well, die. I'll read this. My name is Captain Olimar. While travelling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet with so many parts lost. The skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no, better not to think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. So yeah, we've got 30 days. Each time you go to a level, it takes up a day, so each episode is going to be a day. Where is it? Trying to find it, oh no. Here we are. This is what we're going to use to help us get our ship parts back. So if you've never heard of Pikmin or seen Pikmin or played Pikmin, it's a Nintendo game, it's quite old. There are 3 of them, but I've only played this one. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. So yeah, little seed sprout. You can whack things, headbutt things. There's a little health bar next to his head screen. You can get injured and die, and then you lose a day. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. This sprout emanates a strange light and it sways back and forth without benefit of wind. It cannot help but I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. So when you press A, you pop them out. They are adorable and funny looking. Extraordinary. When I popped the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pick brand carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I am intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A, and call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will interact to C and X as well. The following controls appear to allow several viewpoints. So you hold them, and throw them, and then you can call them back. And then Y makes them do that so they don't follow you, because there are different dangers. Also, each Pikmin has its own ability, but we'll get to that later. So for this first episode, it's pretty much just an introduction. So it teaches you how to play the game, what you've got to do, and it's more just an intro for you guys. So when you give things, make Pikmin carry specific things like those pellets. Astonishing, the onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellets the Pikmin harvested after cutting down the flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. Yeah, I'm not great at reading, guys. But yeah, you essentially give this thing more, and it gives you more. There is a count for how many Pikmin you have. You can also chain pick. But yeah, like I said, each Pikmin has its own set of like abilities, like its own unique thing. I'll tell you what the red one is for now. The red ones are invincible to fire, so fire doesn't like kill them or burn them like it does with most other Pikmin. But for now, what we have to do is we have to get 10 Pikmin. So we can move this big thing. As you can see, it has the number 10 on it, which basically just means you need 10 things to carry. Like, for example, that has 5 on it, which means you need 5 Pikmin. The more Pikmin you have on, the faster they carry them, obviously. But yeah, and obviously the bigger the thing, or the more higher number on it, usually the more Pikmin it gives you. Like, for example, that literally gave me 5 because it was a pellet with 5 on. Come on. It takes ages sometimes for them to sprout. Right, here we go. Oh, threw one by accident. So we'll just pluck more. So we actually do have 10. But we are going to need even more because there is a part, as you can see, if you can see it, that over there. It is the engine, which is what we need in order to progress. As you can see, our ship's upside down with no engine. It is thoroughly destroyed. So we need to repair it. You can also use the control button to like target and move your Pikmin. It can cause them to swarm things quicker. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong buttons, guys. I'm not used to playing this with an Xbox controller. It's weird to say the least. Are there any more? I don't think there is. Yeah, I was pressing the wrong button again. I was like, well, right. God, get used to the controls, guys. It's a learning curve for both of us. But yeah, now I think we have the most Pikmin we can get from this part of the area. So what we're going to do is, you can either throw them or you can march them. Marching them is quicker. So as you can see, 10 Pikmin got on there, and they have begun to push it back. I think there's more than 10 on there, actually. Which reveals a bigger area with more pellets for us to grab. This is the first area. There's only, I think, 2 parts here, and you can't get the second part until... Well, actually, there might be 3. But either way, you can't get them until you've got the other 2 types, because there are more types of Pikmin. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin conduct. Approach and press A to pick sprouts, press A to grab Pikmin, release to throw, press B to call them. Oh yeah, it's just controls that we already know, so I don't know why it's telling us that. So yeah, that is the ship part, but for now, we're gonna chuck all these on here. As you can see, throw more on, just so it goes by there a little quicker. So now we swarm now. And I believe if we go here, yeah, there we go. So how it works is you have 30 days. There are more than 30 parts, I believe. Oh, actually, I'll explain after I read this. Amazing, there's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the dolphin? So yeah, while these guys carry all this, like I said, you have 30 days before your oxygen runs out. You need to get, I think it's exactly 30 parts. It might be a little more, might be a little less, in order to survive. However, there are more parts. So if you don't get enough parts, there's one ending. If you get just enough parts, there's a second ending, which is, I guess, the good ending. And then finally, if you get all the parts, there's another ending. I have when many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find yeah, it's just telling me to attack to pluck. I have only ever completed it once, and that was when I was a kid, and it took me so many tries. I played this game a lot as a kid. Haven't touched it since, but I was going through some old games, and one of these was there. This was there, and I was like, oh my gosh, Pikmin, and I thought, well, while I'm waiting for Legacy of Kain to come back to the store, so I can do a Let's Play of that, I thought, why not do Pikmin first? It's a game I played in my childhood that I loved, and honestly, I still do love it. It's a very fun game. But yeah, as that's a ship part, it does not bring it to the Onion. It brings it to the ship. Brings it all over here. Sometimes the Pikmin can take quite a while to get the ship parts to the ship, or just to do things in general. There's quite a lot of downtime. So hopefully I'll be able to fill it up with, you know, decent commentary. I don't know. We'll see. But, right, the Pikmin have done it. So, the ship, which is called the Dolphin, by the way, if you didn't realise, absorbs it. And then the ship gets the visual thing. What I do like is, as you gather parts, they do appear on the ship. It does get more visually pleasing, which is really cool, actually. A nice touch from Nintendo, considering this game was made in, like, I swear it was made in, like, 2003, 2004, maybe earlier. Oh, glorious. With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. So yeah, at the end of the day, you call all your Pikmin and they go in. If you are missing any or anything like that, they do actually sadly die, which is really sad. And it makes you watch it. You can, I think, skip it, but still. So yeah, this is basically the end of episode 1. There'll probably be a little audio, more things for me to read, but this is basically going to be this. Well, this is the start of the Let's Play. So if you enjoyed, please make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Share the video with people you know. It'll help a lot. Just yeah, right. Day 1 since Impact, I have somehow managed to launch the Dolphin, but I was surprised to see the Onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. The Dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hokotate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my Dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I name it the Forest of Hope. I explore it tomorrow. So this is, at the end of every day, he just has a log and I'll read it. Gives you more information, but essentially also at the end you'll get a graph and information on how many Pikmin you sprouted that day, and then overall, and then how many you lose in battle and how many get left behind. And the red line is the growth of the population for your Pikmin. So yeah, that is the end of episode 1. I really hope you enjoyed. Like I said earlier, please like and subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and I hope you're as excited as I am for our first ever Let's Play, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.